It's Thursday, it's 7:16, and the wife and I are out for a drive, and I have not vlogged anything. I didn't even know what to do for today's vlog. I was going to talk about pain and suffering, and then I just never did it. So I can do that now, really quick. I was going to start off being like, dichotomy. The idea of two things that are separate that come together to make a whole object. I don't know. Anyway, my whole spiel was going to just be that although sometimes things suck really hard, it's okay that they do suck, because that means that not necessarily something else good is coming, but you have to have the suck to have the good, because you can't understand the good unless you have things that suck, because if everything was good, then you'd have nothing else to compare the good to, and then it would all just be blah. So if things are sucking for you right now, that's okay. That just means that you have the good things, and that you can know that they're good because you have things that suck. That's why I feel like if you look at all the celebrities and people like that, I guess celebrities are the only ones, rich people, whatever, that have these lives where everything is just bliss and there's not a bad thing that happens and everything is good, they have such screwed up lives, because you have to have the opposite somewhere so that you can understand the good, and so they get really weird and crazy and absurd things that happen, and it's just unbelievable. I mean, am I right, Steph?
Yeah, definitely.
So, anyway, that's just all I've been thinking about really today a lot. Just that kind of happenstance that you have to have the one for the other. And I know a lot of people say, well, there's no God, because if there was a God, he wouldn't let these terrible things happen. And that's BS, because you can't understand good, or you can't understand left without right. You can't understand black without white. You can't understand one thing without its opposite. You couldn't understand what it would be to be male or to be female without the opposite sex. Like, you have to have opposite things in order to understand each other. Nothing is what it is. Everything is what it's not. If that makes sense.
Check out that house.
Yeah, we have never driven in this part of Fair Oaks, so we're gonna just kind of...
There are really nice houses in Fair Oaks, if you didn't know, because driving down Madison or Hazel...
Like, check out that house.
I always thought...
I see now that? I like the stonework on.
Yeah. I always thought that Orangevale was kind of ugly, because I only ever drove down Hazel. And if you ever drive down Hazel, the houses are kind of junky looking, but I think that's because they're on the busy street, and so
no one wants to live there.
They're usually not very good quality houses.
Well, I mean, yeah, no one wants to live there and take care of that house, because if you have kids, they're gonna get hit. I mean, that's like a 50-mile-an-hour road.
But if you come to this part of Orangevale, or I mean Fair Oaks, I guess we're in now, you find really nice little neighborhoods. I mean, like really nice.
Crossing.
You know, we're like, and it's really pretty. It reminds me a lot of Loomis.
Yeah.
But Anyway, yes, I agree. You have to have the bad to have the good, because if you don't know what it is like to suck, then...
I like how you're filming me while you're talking.
If you don't know, like, cows.
Oh,
Like a little barn house.
That is ugly.
Sorry if you're watching this and that's your house.
Ooh, that one's cute, but you can't see.
Yeah, you can't see. There's bushes. But I just feel like if you... Oh, yes.
Oh! Okay, we're gonna steal this house from these people. We're actually not gonna... We're gonna pick up the house with a giant crane and move it.
I love how distracted we get, because, like, seriously, I can't even finish a sentence right now.
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this.
Awesome.
You can't understand what it's like to have something good unless you have something bad. And even once you get to the good parts, you'll still have bad times. Like, life is never gonna be like this.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be really, really high points, and then some really, really low points, and hopefully, if you're lucky, you'll get a lot of really good middle points.
Yeah, like, I feel like the people that hate love or don't think love exists are people that have never experienced, and all they've experienced are the bad sides of it. And so there's like, oh, love doesn't exist, it's stupid, and this and that. Or it's actually, sorry, I take that back. They're the ones that have experienced love, and they've also been hurt, and so they think because they've been hurt in those types of experiences that love doesn't exist. But it's like they couldn't have known the love without having been hurt at some point in their life either. Like, they had to get hurt in order to comprehend that that's what love was. Because you can't have love without the pain and suffering as well. That's why you have relationships and you break up in high school, because you don't know what love is, and so you think, well, if blah, 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 we're stupid in high school, but like you split up because you have to know, in order to love somebody, you also have to know what it means to not be in love with that person as well, or in general. So anyway, gotta have one thing without the other. So if you're suffering, that means you also have good things in your life. And if you have good things in your life, that means you've suffered. And if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, that is unfortunate for you. So anyway, that's Thursday, and that's what's on my mind. And we're still in Fair Oaks driving around. I hope you have a swell Thursday, and that's all I have to say. Peace out.